So today I am going to explain you in our lesson 9 about the percentage lesson. Second part of this lesson is how to calculate interest on the reducing balance. So students, you can remember earlier we discussed how to calculate interest using simple interest method and also compound interest method. Now in this part we are going to learn another method of calculating reducing balance. So in this reducing balance method, in most of shops, suppose shops they sell electrical items, right, and furnitures. So they calculate interest using this reducing balance method. So they call another name for that one is also hire purchase method. So you can buy items using this hire purchase method. When buying item using the hire purchase method, the extra amount you have to pay, that is interest, they calculated using this reducing balance method, right? So in this part there are some key points you should keep in mind. So first I am going to explain you these key points, so better to understand this one very carefully. So first one is I am going to explain you what is the reducing balance. So reducing balance mean, suppose if person gets a loan, right, so normally interest is calculated on this loan balance, but this reducing balance method, always loan is not calculated on the balance, right? So balance reduce, that mean decrease by some amount, right? So that is called the reducing balance. Balance is reducing, right, decreasing. Now another key point you have to keep in mind is interest rate is not changed, right? So this interest rate not change, balance is reducing, that is one thing, but interest rate is not changed, that is not reducing, right? So you can understand when you go to sum those things. Another point is in a sum you should understand carefully, interest is given, interest rate is given annually or monthly, right? So that is we have to keep in mind, interest is calculated annually or monthly. So in most of the questions we use interest rate as monthly, so that is we want in the questions. Now we'll discuss this one using, right, now we will discuss it with an example. So see this example, a person has borrowed 60,000 rupees as a loan from a bank that charges annual interest rate of 24%, the loan has to be paid back with 6 equal monthly installments, and the interest is calculated on reducing balance method. So want to calculate the value of a monthly installment, right? So in every month what amount he should pay. So that is the value of a monthly installment, right? Right. Solution of this example, discuss what are the things given in the example. Loan is given as 60,000 rupees, and interest rate is 24% annum, that means annually, and interest is calculated on reducing balance. Another one is number of installments is 6, that means within 6 months he paid the loan, right? Now first part I am going to explain you how to calculate the total interest, right? So in this reducing balance method, main thing is you should know how to calculate the total interest, right? So because balance is reducing, interest is calculated using a different method, right? So first I am going to explain you. Before go to the solution, another key factors you have to remember. So one is, see here, as earlier explained, the loan amount is 60,000. That means that person pay the loan amount 60,000 within 6 months, right? So that means you can understand here, if there is no interest, right? If there is no interest, the loan amount pay per month without interest, right? Understand? If there is no interest, the person should pay this amount. What is the amount? Loan is 60,000. This 60,000 paid within 6 months. That means 60,000 divided by 6, you get 10,000 rupees. So in every month, if he paid 10,000 rupees each, within 6 months he can settle the loan, right? So without interest. So that means if there is no interest, in 6 months, if he want to settle the loan, he should pay 10,000 each. But only problem is there is interest rate, right? So they charge interest. Now you have to calculate interest, but interest is calculated on reducing balance, right? So now you can see here the outstanding loan balance is reduced by 10,000 rupees monthly, right? That means from the loan, that means in 60,000 rupees, in every month 10,000 rupees reduce, right? Now so to remain balance, so you have to calculate the interest, right? So keep in mind, interest is calculated only on the loan balance, right? Balance is reducing, so you have to calculate interest only on the reducing balance, so that you can understand if you follow this one. So then another given one is, I am going to again explain you, the annual interest rate is 24%, right? So annual interest rate yearly 24% rate, right? So you can calculate that one into monthly. How? Monthly interest rate is 24% annually means you can divide it by 12 because year has 12 months. Then 24 divided by 12, then you get easily 2%. So 2% is the monthly interest rate, right? So because we calculate interest in month by month, right? So 6 monthly installment, so we need interest rate monthly. Now in this part I am going to explain you how to calculate the interest part, right? So only on the interest part. Now you can see here the data given in the example. Just explain it. Then you have to calculate interest here. So interest is loan paid within 6 months. So therefore you have to calculate the interest for the first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month, and also in the 6th month, because 6 month is there. So in every month you have to calculate the interest. So here briefly I am going to explain you how to calculate interest in this each month, right? So see here, only important thing is keep in mind the loan balance is reducing, right? So that means here in the first month, right, loan balance is reducing means balance is like this, right? What is balance? Loan taken is 60,000, every month 10,000 reduce. That means when you go to the second month balance is 50,000, 10,000 rupees reduce. When you go to the third month, from the 50,000, 10,000 rupees reduce. That means 40,000, right? So like that, if you go to the fourth month, from the 40,000 rupees, 10,000 reduce. That means 30,000. So these are the balances, right, in every month. So first month 60,000 balance, second month 50,000 balance, third month 40,000 balance, like that, right? So what you have to do is you have to calculate the interest on this balance, right? So you can see here balance is reducing, so calculate the interest on this balance, right? Now see how to calculate the interest for the first month. So earlier I explained you what is the rate. Now here balance is in the first month balance 60,000 remain. So first month we should pay 60,000 rupees. So for this 60,000 you have to calculate the interest. How? Rate is 2%. Remember, monthly interest rate is 2%. That means if the balance is 100 rupees, you have to pay 2 rupees interest. So that is the interest for 100 rupees loan. Here loan balance is 60,000. So if you multiply 60,000 rupees by 2% to 100, then you get interest for first month, right? So here 20 and here also 20. You can divide both this 60,000 and 100 by 100. Then you get interest for first year as 1,200 rupees, right? So that is the interest for first month. Now we'll see how to calculate the interest for the second month, right? So keep in mind, in the second month loan balance is 50,000 rupees. So on this 50,000 rupees you have to calculate interest. So rate is 2%. That means that should multiply by 2% to 100. Then easily you can simplify. Then you get 1,000 rupees. That is the interest for second month. Now here you can understand interest for first month 1200. Interest for second month 1000 rupees. Interest also reduced because balance is reduced. So what happened when you go to the third month? In the interest for third month, what is balance? What is balance? Balance is 40,000. So on this 40,000 you have to calculate by 2%. That means 40,000 should multiply by 2%. Then you get 800 rupees. So that is the interest for third month. Understand? So like that you can calculate the interest for fourth month, right? Fourth month. So balance is 30,000 here, should multiply by 2%, then you get 600 rupees, right? So what happens if you go to the fifth month? Interest for fifth month, balance is 20,000 rupees, that should multiply by 2%, then you get 400 rupees, right? So last month, 6 month, interest for 6 month, only loan balance is 10,000 rupees, right? 20,000 subtract 10,000 remain at the end of the last month, 6 month, 10,000 rupees. So on that 10,000 you have to calculate by the 2%, that means 2 over 100, then you get 200 rupees. Now here you can see we calculate interest for first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month and sixth month, right? So this is long method. So here I take the example, balance is paid within 6 months, right? So you can see here interest is also reducing, right? So understand carefully, in every month interest is not same, interest is not same, that is also reducing. Why it is reducing? Balance is reducing, right? Because balance is reducing, therefore interest is also reducing, right? So how to take the total interest? Total interest, how to take? So you have to add interest for these 6 months, right? First month 1200, second month 1000, third month 800, fourth month 600, fifth month 400, sixth last month 200 rupees, right? So if you add those 6 amount, you get total interest as 4,200 rupees, right? So using this long method you can calculate total interest. Actually this is long method, right? So in a question we can't apply this one because suppose number of installment is 30 or 36, maybe 60, interest paid in 5 years, so there are 60 months. How to calculate? So this is actually what happened in the reducing balance method, right? So in this part, what is this whole part is calculating is time wasting method, right? That is also long method and also time wasting method. So there is easy and short method to find the total interest, right? So next part we are going to follow that one. Understand? Right. Now in this part I am going to explain you how to calculate the total interest, right? Total interest using easy and short method, right? So again I remember you what is given in the example. Loan is 60,000 rupees, interest rate is 24% annual and number of monthly installment is 6, right? Now to find the total interest using this easy method, right? So you should find two things. So these two things are new to you, right? So one thing is interest for a month unit. Here new word you get, that is interest for a month unit, right? So we'll see what is that. And also number of month units, number of month unit. So if you take the product of interest for a month unit and number of month unit, you can get total interest, right? So try to remember this formula. If you remember this formula, you can easily find the total interest. Now step by step we'll see how to find the interest for month unit and also number of month unit. First, interest for a month unit. Interest for a month unit. So interest for a month unit mean what is the interest should pay for a month, right? So remember early we found the loan amount paid for a month without interest, right? So here loan is 60,000 rupees, that is paid by 6 months. That means if you divide 60,000 rupees by 6, you get amount. That amount means without interest how much you should pay. Understand? So on that amount, that means 10,000, for 10,000 rupees, the interest you have to pay is the interest for month unit. Understand? Interest for month unit means the amount without interest. So calculate the interest on that amount, right? Here you can see loan amount for a month unit, right? Loan amount for a month unit. So that multiply by interest for monthly, right? Interest monthly, interest rate monthly. So then you get interest for a month unit. So in our example, loan amount for a month unit, that means without interest 10,000 rupees, right? So on that 10,000 rupees we should calculate what is our monthly interest rate. Annually 24%, divide by 12, 2%. So that means from the 10,000 rupees calculate by the 2%, right? Then 10,000 rupees should multiply by 2%. 2% means for the 100 rupees loan we have to pay 2 rupees interest, right? So you can easily cut to 0, then you get 200 rupees. So this is the interest for a month unit, right? Interest for a month unit. So to find the total interest, now interest for month unit we found. So another one we should find. Let's see what is that. So that is number of month unit. So this one actually come from arithmetic progression, right? So from the arithmetic progression previously we discussed how to calculate interest for first month, second month, third month, fourth month, like that. So you can get an idea from that, right? So now here I am going to explain using a formula, right? So what is that formula? To find the number of month unit, this is actually a number, right? So formula is n into n plus 1 whole 1 divided by 2, right? So what is here n? N is number of installments, number of installments, right? So here I'll substitute number of installment is 6, right? So that means n is 6. So here I put n is 6, here also n is 6 plus 1 divided by 2, right? So within bracket you can add those two. 6 plus 1 is 7. So in front of the bracket is multiplication, then 6 multiplied by 7, so that can divide by 2, then you get 42. That one divided by 2 is 21. So that is the number of month unit. That is a number, right? That is a number. Now number of month units we found. Now you can go to find the total interest, right? So again I'll explain. Total interest is interest for a month unit should multiply by number of month unit, right? So what is the interest for month unit? Here 200 rupees, right? So that should multiply by number of month unit, here found 21, right? So that multiply by 21. So 200 multiplied by 21, right? Forgetting 20, you can multiply by 21 by 2, then 42, 2 zeros, then you get 4200. Remember, earlier we found interest for first month, second month, like that. When we got the total, we get same amount. But this is the easy and short method. So this is the method we followed to solve the sums using this reducing balance method to find the total interest. Right, now we found total interest. Then we go to find the value of a monthly installment. Now here you can see the data. Now total amount should pay within 6 months, right? So remember, our loan is 60,000 rupees. So for this loan we should pay the interest, right? So here early we calculate the interest is 4,200. So what is the total amount we should pay? The loan, right? For the loan you have to add total interest, right? So total amount paid in 6 months means for the loan you have to add total interest, right? Our loan is 60,000 rupees. Our total interest is 4,200 rupees. So if you add those two, you get 64,200 rupees, right? So that is the total amount should pay with interest, right? Now we are going to find value of a monthly installment, right? So in this 64,200 loan and total interest is there, right? So how to find the value of a monthly installments? This total amount should divide by number of months. That means number of installments, that is 6. So what happens if you divide 64,200 by 6? You get 10,700, right? So this is the monthly installment should pay with interest. That means in every month, first month you have to pay 10,700, second month 10,700, third month 10,700, right? So in every 6 months you have to pay 10,700 rupees each. So that is the monthly installment using reducing balance method, right? So this is right. Now I'm going to explain using another example. So see this example. A refrigerator priced 50,000 rupees can be purchased by making a down payment of 14,000 rupees, and you can pay the remainder by 36 equal monthly installments. If the annual interest rate of 18% is charged on the loan, where the interest is calculated on the reducing balance. Now I'm going to explain you how to find the value of a monthly installment using step by step, right? So in the O-level exam, they ask directly what is the value of a monthly installment, right? So now in the exams, they not follow the these steps, right? So first one is want to find the balance amount, right? And second one is loan paid in month unit, that means without interest. Third one is monthly interest rate, monthly. And fourth one is interest for month unit, right? Interest for month unit. And fifth one is number of month unit, number. And total interest. And Roman number 7 is total amount. And last one is value of monthly installments, right? So understand here, value of a monthly installment, right? So to find the value of a monthly installment, you need to find this all step, right? So without this all one, you can't find the value of a monthly installment. Right. Now shall we move to the solution of the above example. Now you can see the given data in the example. So price of the refrigerator is 50,000 rupees, and you can pay down payment 14,000 rupees, and interest is calculated of the rate of 18% per annum in the compound interest, and number of installment it can pay by 36 installments, right? So in the example they ask 8 questions. So finally you can find the value of the installment, right? Now you can see the first question, that is balance amount, right? So that means outright price of the refrigerator is 50,000 rupees. So the person paid down payment 14,000, right? So then what is the balance? So if the outright price is 50,000 rupees, down payment is 14,000 rupees, so you have to subtract this down payment. That means subtract the 14,000, then you get 36,000 rupees. So this is the balance amount, right? So for this balance amount, so they plan to pay in 36 monthly installment with the 18% reducing balance interest method, right? Then you go to Roman number 2, let us loan paid in month unit, loan paid in month unit without interest, right? So that means if there is no interest, how much should pay in month unit, right? So what is the balance should pay in 36 monthly installment? 36,000. So this is the amount should pay, right, by 36 installment. That means to find monthly value, so we have to divide this 36,000 by 36, right? So you get 1000 rupees. That means if there is no interest, you can pay 1000 rupees in every month, right? No interest, 1000 rupees, right? So but there is an interest, right? Roman number 3, monthly interest rate, right? Monthly interest rate. So here they have given interest rate, but that is annual. That means annually, yearly. So you have to convert this 18% month annual interest into monthly, right? So how to do that one? Yearly, 18% means that should divide by number of month in a year, that is by 12. So if you simplify this one, you get monthly interest rate. But you can see here this 18% and 12, if you simplify, you can't get a whole number, right? So because of that, we simplify this way. See, 18% means out of 100, 18, right? 18% means 18 over 100. So that should divide by 12. Divide by 12 means should multiply by 1/12, right? Multiply by 1/12. So then you can simplify. So here multiplication of two fractions. So then you can simplify numerator one fraction and the denominator. So you can see here 18 and 12 can easily simplify by the number 6, right? So then you get this one has 3 sixes, 3 into 1, that is 3. This one has 2 sixes, 2 into 100, that is 200. So this is monthly interest rate, right? So actually this is a fraction, right? So when solving other part, you can see if keeping in a fraction, that is easy, right? So no need to go to a decimal number, right? Now see the Roman number 4, that asks interest for a month unit, right? Interest for a month unit. So you can see in the Roman number 2 we found loan paid in month unit, right? What is the amount you have to pay in month unit, right? So without interest. So on this amount, interest is called interest for a month unit, right? So month unit, loan paid in month unit is 1000 rupees. So we have to calculate interest for this 1000 rupees. How to calculate? Here amount is 1000, that should multiply by monthly interest rate, interest per month unit, right? So this one, then you can multiply whole number by a fraction. So you can see this 1000 has 200s, right? 1000 has 5 200s. So then 5 multiplied by 3, then you get 15 rupees. So this is the interest for month unit, right? So don't misunderstand, this is not the interest for month. So this is interest for month unit, right? So there is different one, right? Then we move to Roman number 5, that asks number of month units, number, right? So you can remember early example I explained also how to find the number of month unit, right? So better to keep in mind that formula. What is the formula? N into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? So if remember this one, you can easily find. So n means number of installment. So in this question, number of installment is 36. So you have to substitute n as 36. So what happened then? here n is 36, here also n, that is 36 plus 1 divided by 2, right? So here in front of the bracket is multiplication, therefore 36 and 2 can cut. So here we see, simplify that one. So this is the sum here to simplify. So you can cut 36 and by 2 by 2, right? So then 36 has how many twos? That is 18 twos, and 2 has only 1 2. Then here 18 should multiply by the number inside the bracket. So what is the number inside the bracket? Is 37. So that means 18 should multiply by 37, denominator is 1, so that means divide by 1. Divide by 1 means no change to the answer. So that if you multiply 18 by 37, then you get 666. So that is the number of month unit. So that is a number, right? Then Roman number 6 is want to find the total interest, right? Total interest. So you can remember in reducing balance method, I'll explain you easy method to find the total interest. So we are going to follow that one, right? So you have to apply that one. So what is that one? You need two things. One is interest for month unit. Interest for month unit should multiply by number of month unit. So if you know those two, you get the multiplication, you get the total interest, right? So in Roman number 4 and 5, we found the interest for month unit, that is 15 rupees, right? And number of month unit is 666. So if you get the product of these two, then you get the total interest. So 15 can multiply by 666, then you get 9990. So that is the total interest, right? Then Roman number 7 asks total amount. So total amount means the loan balance, you have to add the total interest, right? So balance amount, you have to add the total interest. So you can see here balance amount is 36,000, total interest is 9,990. Balance amount 36,000, total interest 9,990. So if you add those two, you get 45,990. So that is the total amount should pay within 36 installment, right? Then Roman number 7, 8, they ask value of a monthly installment, right? Value of a monthly installment. So that means this total amount paid in 36 installment. So how to find the value of a monthly installment? So you have to divide this total amount, right? So this total amount should divide by number of installments, right? So total amount divided by number of installment, you get value of a installment, right? So the total amount is you can see here 45,990, right? So number of installment is 36. So if you simplify using the long division method, you get 1,277 rupees and also 50 cents, right? So if there is a decimal point, you get the rupees and cents, we have to use 50 cents, right? So that is the solution of the second example, right? So in exam questions, normally they ask the last question only, right? Value of a monthly installment, right? So you can see here in this example, to find the value of monthly installments, you need two things. What are the two things? Total amount and number of installment, right? So number of installments in the question they will give, but total amount, you can see here, to find the total amount you need balance amount and total interest, right? So easily can find the balance amount, but to find the total interest, total interest, you need this formula, right? So you need interest for month unit and number of month units. So you have to find these two, right? Without these two, you can't find the total interest, right? So keep in mind. Right. Now another example so that you can try. So here a washing machine worth 70,000 rupees is available for a down payment of 10,000 rupees and 10 equal monthly installments of 6,550 rupees. If the interest on the loan balance was calculated on the reducing balance, so we want to calculate the interest rate, right? So this is another different question, right? So another type, right? So in exam they will ask sometimes to find the interest rate, right? So it is that one. So first read the question and write the given data like this. So you can see here value of the machine is 70,000 rupees. So you can buy that one paying down payment of 10,000 rupees. So number of installment, so that is 10, and value of a monthly installment given. So value of a monthly installment means with interest in every month you have to pay 6,550 rupees, right? So shall we discuss how to solve this type of question? Right. So first I'm going to tell you the annual interest rate, right? So in this reducing balance method we can find monthly interest rate, right? Then that monthly interest rate you can convert into annually, right? So actually monthly means interest for month unit, because we use here month unit, right? So we can find the balance should pay in month unit and also interest for month unit. So using that one we convert that rate into annual, right? So you can see here to find the annual, first month unit, right? So you need two things. What are the two things? Loan for a month unit, right? So understand month unit, and for this loan what is the interest? So that is called interest for a month unit, right? So if you know those two, right, so you can see here for a loan for a month unit, for that loan amount what is the interest? So that is the interest for month unit. So on this loan you have to pay this amount of interest. You can convert that one into rate multiplying by 100. So this is interest for month unit. So they ask annual interest rate, so that means that should multiply by 12. So if you found these two things, interest for month unit and loan for a month unit, then using this formula you can calculate annual interest rate, right? So try to remember this formula, right? So then step by step we'll discuss how to find the loan for a month unit and interest for month unit, right? First, loan for a month unit. So what is the total loan balance? So you can see here value of the machine is 70,000 rupees, but down payment is 10,000, right? So that means after paying 10,000 what is the remaining amount? So that is the balance amount. So you can find the balance to be paid in installments. So that is the total balance, right? Now balance is, you can find value of is 70,000 rupees, then you have to subtract the down payment, that is 10,000, then you get 60,000 rupees. So this is the balance amount you have to pay, right? So try to understand, if there is no interest you can find the loan balance should pay in month unit, right? If there is no interest, right? Now see, loan for a month unit, right? So that means without interest. If there is no interest, so that means within 10 installment you have to pay, right? So in a one installment value is called loan for a month unit. So that you can find total balance is 60,000. So that should divide by number of installments, that means by 10. Then 60,000 divided by 10 is you get 6,000. So this is the amount should pay if there is no interest, but you have to pay value of monthly installment is 6,550. That means in every month unit you paid extra amount of 550 rupees. So that is interest, right? So remember, right? Then we will go to find the total amount paid in installments, right? So this is the amount should pay if there is no interest. So here interest is there, therefore you have to pay 6,550. Now I'm going to find what is the total amount should pay in 10 installments, right, with interest. So that means in every month you have to pay 6,550 into 10, right? 6,550 into 10. So then you get 65,500 rupees. So this is the total amount should pay, right? So you can see here, if there is no interest, total balance should pay 60,000. If there is interest, 65,500. So there is big gap. That big gap is interest, right? So what is the total interest? You can subtract 60,000 from the 65,500. So then you get 5,500 rupees. So this is the total interest, right? Total interest. But you have to remember is this total interest should pay in 10 monthly installment, but in every month interest is not same, right? So that means don't misunderstand. 5,500 divided by 10, you won't get interest per month, right? So that is wrong method. So then we have to use what? Now I'm going to find interest for month unit, right? So interest for month unit, to find the interest for month unit you use that formula, right? So to find the total interest you need, remember, number of month unit, right? So then what is the formula? N into n plus 1 divided by 2. What is n here? N here, that is number of installment is 10. So you can put here n as 10, then that can simplify easily. So here inside the bracket is 11, right? So then you can cut the 10 and 5, 10 and 2 by 2, but 10 and 2 by 2, then you get here 5 into 11 is that is 55, right? So that is the number of month unit. So then I'm going to find interest for month unit, right? So remember the formula, total interest is given by interest for a month unit into number of month unit. So in this formula we already found two unknowns. What are the two unknowns? Total interest found here, total interest 5,500, and also a number of month unit we found, right? So then subject, you can make the subject of interest for month unit. So right, so see here, interest for month unit make subject, that means this multiplied number of month unit you can divide by total interest divide by number of month unit, then interest for month unit is make as a subject, right? So using this two you can find the interest for a month unit, right? So here total interest is 5,550, that should divide by number of month unit, right? Number of month unit, that's 55. So here you can see in the sum to divide 5,500 by 55, you can see here 55 then cut, then you get easily 100 rupees. So that is the interest for a month unit, right? Now you can see here, now already found interest for month unit, right? So now you can use this formula. annual interest rate is, right, interest for month unit. What is the interest for month unit? So that is an loan amount for a month unit, that should multiply by 100, then again into 12. Now I am going to substitute, right? So interest for month unit, right, interest for month unit is 100 rupees, right, 100 rupees, divide by loan for a month unit. What is a loan for a month unit? Loan for a month unit here found is 6000 rupees, right? So that should multiply by 100 and also by 12. Why? To make this interest for month unit into annual, right? So convert into annual, that should multiply by 12. So then you can simplify this 100 and 6000. You can cut the 0 and also here 0. Then also 12 and 6 you can simplify, then you get easily 20%. So that is the annual interest rate, right? Annual interest rate. Now students, you can follow the exercises in your textbook, that is 9.1, right? And so try to follow those one, and also I'll give another exercise here, right? So is here one example. I want to take a loan of 100,000 rupees from a bank that charges an annual interest rate of 12%. The loan should be repaid in 10 equal monthly installments. Now we want to find this one, right? So I'll ask step by step. First one is amount due from the principal loan amount each month, right? So that means without interest, what is the loan paid in each month. In Roman number 2, interest charged on the principal loan amount in each month, right? So what is the interest? Then number of month unit, right? And next one is total interest. You can follow this formula. And Roman number 5 is amount for a monthly installment, right? So another example is here. A dining table worth 70,000 can be purchased with a 10,000 each down payment, and the rest you can pay it in 15 equal monthly installments. The loan is charged an 18% annual interest on the reducing balance. So we want to calculate the amount of monthly installment. So another example I will give here. You can try. Mr. Pereira had got a loan of 24,000 rupees, which he intend to repay in 12 equally monthly installment. The amount paid in monthly installment is 5,000 rupees. Early we'll discuss this type of questions, right? When paid the monthly installments, how to calculate the interest rate, right? Now I'll in this example give step by step. So find the amount due from the principal loan amount each month and a total interest, then find the total amount paid in installments, then find the number of month units, then find the interest for a month unit, then find the annual interest